Hey fitness family, here with another trainer tip this week, and I'm going to talk about how to make your goals SMART goals in the gym as opposed to generic goals. And when I say the word SMART, I mean the acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. So let's dig a little bit more into what each one of those words means and how it looks for your fitness. All right, let's start with the letter S. Stands for specific. A lot of times when we get a member come into the club or just joining the club, their initial thought of a goal would be to get healthy or to lose weight. Now, those are great ideas, but they don't really dig into the meat of what you want to accomplish in the gym. So we found that setting an actual specific number, if it's weight loss, or telling us what does being healthy look like to you, really helps you get to that goal a lot faster. So instead of saying, I want to get healthy, what does that look like? I want to get healthy by quitting smoking, or I want to get healthy and that looks like playing with my kids or my grandkids. So setting an actual specificity to that goal is really going to help you achieve that a little bit more. Now the M here stands for measurable, and this is something really easy to look at when you're talking weight loss, or you could be talking strength gain as well. So instead of saying I want to lose weight, you would say something like I want to lose 15 pounds, or I want to get stronger. Instead of saying that generic statement, you would say I want to be able to lift 100 pounds as opposed to 50 pounds. Putting that number there really sets a landmark for you to reach, instead of just having the term lose weight, because that could be endless, or that could be a number that once you reach a certain amount of weight loss, all of a sudden you're like, it's not enough for me. So set that number in your mind or write it down on paper to help you reach that goal a little bit. All right, that brings us to the letter A, which stands for attainable. You've already set your measurable goal by putting a number to what you want to accomplish. Now let's make sure that that is an attainable number, something you can reach. If you set a weight loss goal and your measurable number was I want to lose 50 pounds, let's make it so that you are trying to lose that over a certain period of time that is actually reachable. Not saying I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks, which quite honestly is not attainable, but saying I want to lose 50 pounds over the next year. That would make it so that you can take small steps to get there, but that goal is still reasonable and attainable to get to. All right, now let's talk about R, which is realistic. And to be quite honest, this is going to tie into where you are at in your stage of life, how much time you can devote to your goal. A lot of times when someone joins a gym, they can devote 2, maybe 3 days a week to reaching their goals. So we like to structure goals so that they're realistic based on the expectations of how many times you can come to the club, or how much time you can put towards reaching your goals. If you have a goal of dropping 50 pounds, but you can only realistically make it to the club 2 times a week, we know that we've got to structure your goal accordingly, because it will look a lot different if you could work out 4 or 5 days a week as opposed to 2. So the goal needs to be realistic based on what you can put into it. So how much time you have to afford to it. And lastly, that brings us to T, which is time sensitive. So with any goal that you create, there should be a timeline to it. Health and wellness is something we hear a lot, but there should be a timetable as to when you want to accomplish that by. Otherwise, there's no end date, there's nothing to shoot for, and there's no point to a goal. If you've got something in your mind that you want to accomplish, put an end date on it so it forces you to spend the time to reach it. If you don't put a time on it, or a time cap or an end date to a goal that you've created, you're basically giving yourself a way out of your goal. You're giving yourself a scapegoat by saying, I didn't really say when I wanted to get it by, I just want it to happen. If you put a time on it, more times than not, you're going to try to reach it by that date. And that is how you create a SMART fitness goal. Hope this has helped you guys out a little bit, and maybe makes you think about restructuring your goals that you've set for yourself in your own fitness journey. So take it with a grain of salt, think about it, and hopefully restructure some of your goals to fit into that SMART category instead of just being a generic goal. We'll see you next time.